back to another video. This is going to be me going over just what supplies and tools I use when I journal. So on this channel, you've mainly just seen this journal, which is my current K-pop journal. And I've had different styles and things in the past. And I have certain projects going on as well. So I mainly use this similar things, materials and stuff for just what I have, and I'm currently trying to get through some of it so I can build up a more curated collection of supplies. But this is what supplies and stuff I use for journaling. So first, of course, is an actual journal. This is a Midori journal. It is gridded paper, and it is quite nice. I really like the paper because stuff doesn't show through it that easily and stuff. Like, you will see some things if you do like a black, like very like liquidy dark pen, but it can hold up quite well to a lot of materials. So if you would like to start K-pop journaling, I feel like a lot of people do use this one, but it is very good and do recommend it. It is a bit pricey, so if you would like to go for a cheaper option, I don't have any other ones that are gridded, but I do have the Milko journal. It comes with 2-pack. You get on Amazon. That's dotted paper, but the paper is very thin, so anything you do will show through to the other side. But if you're doing it double-sided and you're someone who likes to do like this type of stuff, like collaging, that'd be fine and stuff. Or if you just put like paper over top, like you can put like a white paper over top and then write on it and stuff. Or if you're fine with stuff showing through, that's also an option. So I always have whatever journal I'm working on. I then have, I don't know if this will show on screen, lift up some more. I have this binder. It is just an old binder. It used to hold some of my K-pop collection, but I reorganized stuff, so now this is just my craft supplies like binder, or what could fit in here. So I just have some magazines in the front, some paper and things, and then there's some paper. This is my craft binder, so it just holds all my journaling supplies and things that I have, so I don't have to be going to so many places in my room to grab different things. So it is broken up into different sections. I have different projects started here. So these are some Christmas projects I have in the works and stuff. And then I just have 2 pages for project ideas and journaling ideas that I would like to accomplish. So those pages are just there. But the main, try to get this good in frame. The main portion is, of course, what's in the pages. So I have a lot of pages from collecting K-pop stuff, so I just reuse some of it here. So the first section is stickers, because I reach them the most. So I have usually a cover page, it's just plain. So I have sticker sheets in the back of this, and then like individual smaller stickers here. So I use quite a bit of stickers. Those are buttons. But, you know, I don't like to use these types of stickers that are like puffy and stuff, because they make your journal quite thick. And it already becomes quite thick if you add like a lot of stuff and do like collaging like I do and stuff. So I just have quite a bit of this in here. I use these. You can get some stickers for quite cheap. These are from Target. Got 2 packs of this, and just they're rainbow colored stickers, so they can be used in so many different types of spreads, which I like. I'm also like, I prefer to have stickers, like PET stickers, I think, are what they're called, where it's clear backing and stuff. I prefer to have those, and I liked more. I used to have some butterfly and flower ones that I really liked. So this is stickers. So I usually use stickers of some sort in my spreads just to add like a tiny bit more of detail and stuff, so I don't have to be printing out a whole bunch of images. And the next section isn't for journaling, it's just crafting, but this is leather stuff, so I just have designs, a bunch of scrap leather, some testing things, and then this next section is the rest of the binder, and this I do use for journaling. It's my paper section. This is paper that can be used for actual project. This is my scrap. Oh, that sounded bad. Sorry. This is my scrap paper that's in neutral colors. This is confetti because one year for my birthday, my balloons had these confetti and I didn't want to throw them away. So I have them, and there's so many of them. There's like thousands of them. And I'm gonna use them up. So for now, they're just here. I'll have to find some projects for them. I do use this sometimes in my journaling as well if there is a bright color that matches. But this is something I'd recommend for journaling too. You can get at your craft store usually a pound of scrap paper. It's just paper that couldn't be used to sell like in the big sheets or anything. So my sister for Christmas 2 years bought me 2 packs of them, so I have a lot of paper from that, and I've used up a lot of paper from it. So that's what like these are from, as well as like these and stuff. This is fabric scraps from projects I was making, sketchbooks, and these were left over and I didn't want to toss them, so I put them in here and will eventually use them for journaling and stuff. And then here's my scrap of colorful paper. I'll eventually get to it because I don't like throwing away paper, even though at a certain point I do have to realize stuff needs to be gotten rid of. This is actually the only pattern paper I have left from the scrap, from the scrap pack of papers I had, so the rest is just plain and stuff. And then all this paper back here were from 3 pads of paper. They were just rainbow paper, 2 darks and 1 bright, and I've used a lot of the dark because that's why I got the second dark. So I just have a rainbow stash of this paper. So I use this paper a lot. I use this for collaging too, but I do just also use it just for journaling as well. Let me see. A lot of the most recent stuff I was using the bigger paper. I wasn't really using this. Okay, but here, so like here this was some old pattern paper I had, and then here is the textured blue paper that I used. So I like to do that, and as you can see, I like to start with the paper in the background, layer it up, and then here's some stickers that match. I do have some puffy stickers I'm fine with. It's the ones that have like the layered like backing that like raise the sticker completely up and off the page that I don't really like to put in journals. I tried it with this one for a fall thing. It had one of those in the back, but it just made it so hard to write in my journal, so I decided to take them out. And I'll try to find that for something else. But like as you can see in this as well, I like to do images because I feel like it helps a lot more, because I'm more in journaling for the artistic element, not so much for the writing element and stuff. So I have this pencil case which has Changkyun on it, which was a gift from my mom, that I keep all my images in. So I have all my things that I've printed out. I usually sit down at one point or another and I think of spreads I'd like to do, go into Canva and put my images in there. So get images from Pinterest, put them into Canva, and then print them out all at once and stuff. So I have all of Astro's album photos already printed out and ready to go, and I have some others in here as well for my media journal for next year. So I have this that holds all my images. They are in my art cart, so just to the side so I can grab that. So that those don't stay in the binder, but they're close and I know where they are at all times. So I usually do the paper, then the images, and then I usually do the markings and writing and everything. So the marking and stuff, writing I use is the pen I write with is just a Pilot G2 in 0.5. It is just the pen I used all through middle school and high school. It's the one I like to use, and I have so much of it now, so I just use this. I also usually use a Crayola Super Tip to just do some outlining of images. You can get these for super cheap usually. A lot of places. I know there are some where these are expensive, so if you can find just a cheaper alternative that has where you live, that has a range of colors, you like if you're starting with journaling, I just recommend having a rainbow set of something. It can even be color pencils. It can be color pencils if you have those instead or prefer and stuff. Markers will probably be the best bet though, and you don't have to get the 50 if you don't feel like you're gonna need that. You can just get the basic, I think 12 set and stuff. I don't really use color pencils in my journaling spreads. I usually use that for art, like drawing and stuff, but you can use those if you want. As well, another decorative thing, of course, is washi tape. I do use washi tape. In my album project, I didn't really use it. I don't know why, because it probably is because it is someplace else. My collection of washi tape is underneath my bed in a box. But the thing is, I also recommend, if you'd like to get into washi tape and you don't have an aesthetic, like if you don't know, if you want just plain neutrals, just get neutral stuff, get some neutral set of markers, neutral set of washi tape, and you're good. But if you don't know whether you like that or not, and if you want more color, I'd recommend just getting some plain rainbow washi tape, because there's so many out there and it can get really expensive. I just suggest, if you're starting out, get a plain rainbow set of markers and washi tape and have fun and stuff, so you can figure out like what you use a lot. Because I kind of knew already, but like I don't use pink washi tape often because I'm not a pink person. There are some things where I will use pink. I don't know. So like there are some instances where I will use pink if it's like needed and stuff, but like pink is not going to be my go-to color for anything. So anything that has that's patterned and it's pink, the chances of me using it are very slim. Because if I had an option to print some photos of someone and I don't have to use the pink, I won't use pink. So like here's some pink. So here I just used plain pink washi tape, and this has some polka dots, but it's more simple pattern than this one, which has a bunch of florals on it. So usually these I just use for anything else I need washi tape. So like when I'm painting and stuff, or need to stick anything down temporarily. That's what I use this for. And I also just usually use one of these two. It depends really. Just Tombow Fudonosuke in the hard tip. I don't know if you see. Tombow Fudonosuke in the hard tip, or Tombow calligraphy pen in the soft tip. I like writing with the Fudonosuke hard tip, but I do if I do like things like this, I usually will use like calligraphy. It just kind of depends on like how I'm feeling at the time, whether or not I want to use a hard or soft tip. These are not necessary. You can just use a regular pen perfectly fine. If you'd like to get into calligraphy and stuff, you might like it. These usually do come in a 2-pack. I don't know like what type of tip it is. You have to look at the packaging, but they usually come in 2 and stuff. Because for journaling as well, I do use these, but they are expensive and you absolutely don't need them, which is the Tombow dual brush pens. They're very nice and stuff, and I have used them. Like, for example, this right here, this black, is Tombow dual brush pen. But this blue on this page is just a Crayola Super Tip. So if you have these, unless if you're really, really getting into calligraphy type styles, you don't need Tombow dual brush pens. And stuff. They are nice and everything. If you would like to have like this side, are nice, but Crayola Super Tips will hold you off as well. But if you have like, if you bought like the 12 pack or like a lower amount of Crayola Super Tips and you're finding like there's color you really use a lot, and you would like to go out and get these, because you can get these individually. You can buy these Tombows individually. So if you have something that you're realizing, I want more of this, because in the Crayola Super Tips there's a lot of blues and like pinks and stuff, so you're seeing like, okay, I'm good with all that, but I would like some more neutral colors or whatever, and you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, it's nice and all, but I'd like some more browns or something. You can go out and get some individual Tombow ones. Oops. You can go out and get some individual Tombow ones if you're thinking, I'd like more neutral colors and stuff, because if there's not enough in a Crayola Super Tip. Because I will say also, like, lighter colors, like more like, yeah, like just like lighter colors like this aren't really in Crayola Super Tips, unless if you're going for like pink. Pink has some light, oh my goodness, sorry. Pink has some light tones and stuff, but if you're doing one like pastels of other colors, then Tombows, I would recommend going for those as well, if there's certain colors you would like. That's actually everything that I use every single time I go like journaling. I will sometimes, of course, use, of course, mild liners. I don't use these often enough for that. If I do use it, I mainly just use these for like weekly spreads, to where I just like, if I do like my finance chart, it's just every other line is highlighted. So I don't use these often. I really would like to use these for more for art projects and stuff, because it's just, if I need something, the purpose I would use this for, I use the Crayola Super Tips for. So I have really no need for that for journaling. But I do sometimes use Staedtler Tri-Plus Fine Liner. This, again, I use it similarly like this, where instead of the black pen, which a lot of times I just use my regular pen to do marks and stuff. But if I want a colorful one, I will use one of these. Oh, so like in here in this one, I don't know if you can see it. Here around the edge, I did pink outline instead, because I wanted that and stuff. So I'll use that sometimes, but those really aren't what I use a lot. For adhesives, in a sense, because I don't have one of those like things where you like just roll it across the back of it, wherever you want to put down. I feel like that's kind of a waste and expensive. So I just have a regular glue stick, but I do use double-sided tape, but I just get like these, like the full-size ones, because the ones in like the things, while it'd be easier and quicker, you get a lot less, and I feel like they're a lot more expensive, because I don't use like this entire thing. I don't use the entire thing on like one side. I pull out a bit and then cut it in half and then cut it smaller pieces, and then I will tape usually only two of the sides. So like for this image, I would tape here and here and then glue the rest. Sometimes I don't even do that if it's on printer paper. I will probably quite a bit of the times just use a glue stick. But if I am doing something where I have like a bunch of paper and stuff, these types of things, like the textured papers and thicker like cardstocks and stuff, don't take to glue well. And if it has like this textured thing, glue, like these raised bits won't actually be touching the paper. So some tape will be your best bet to not have stuff sticking up, because like even this is technically sticking up, but I don't really mind so much for that because it will be closed most of the time. As long as like it's not slipping in everywhere, I'm perfectly fine with that. And then of course I just have, oh my goodness, some scissors to cut out everything. So quick recap of everything I use for journaling is my journal of some sort, adhesives, double-sided tape, and a glue stick, a pair of scissors, a pen of some sort. You only really need the most basic, whatever one you have lying around will work so you can write. I use images. You don't have to use colored. If you don't have a printer, you can print in black and white at a library, or if you can pay, there are some services that you can do, because in the beginning I made collages and sent them to get printed at a store for like photocopies and stuff, and you can do that and get a bunch of pictures that way. I will usually always use some type of colored thing, so Crayola Super Tips are just the way to go, whether or not use colored things in Super Tips, mild liners, pencils, or fine liners. Any of these are great depending on what you'd like. I would just recommend Crayola Super Tips, like a lot of people, because they are majority of places cheaper, but whatever marker equivalent you have to those would be great. I also use a lot, if I remember, washi tape. Again, there's a basic rainbow set or a basic color set, plain set, or whatever color scheme you know you like. If you like neutrals, get neutrals. If you know you don't like green, don't get green. Get a basic set of blues, reds, like warmer tones and whatever you like. Also stickers and stuff. I like stickers. I always put stickers. I say I always put stickers on stuff, and I turn to a page that has no stickers. You can also print out different images. These are from Canva as well, because I really like using Canva. So if something fits a theme in the pictures, because I find a picture first that I want to do. So I was looking for Pinterest, saw these pictures, liked them, so I decided I wanted to do a spread with them. Took the 2 pictures, realized there's some like donuts like thing, so I found some images for donuts and printed it out, and the colors matched to pink and tan. So that's kind of how that worked. And these shapes also were from Canva, because I matched the color scheme and stuff. So you can do that as well. If you don't have stickers, you can print just out images as well and cut them out, and like you can make them act like stickers. They're not on sticker paper or anything. It's just I did the same thing. I just glued them or adhered them down to the page as well and stuff. Because like, see, like this isn't a sticker, that's just printed on paper. So you can do that if you don't have stickers or anything. You can also just layer stuff on top of each other and things. If you write on a different piece of paper and then place it in, that works as well. But that's actually everything that I do when I journal, or like what supplies I use for journaling. There of course are plenty of other options you have as well. You can use ink pads and stuff, but I don't really use ink so much in my journals. You can paint in your journals if your paper is durable enough. I personally haven't in this one, and I don't see myself doing it in this one, because it's really a personal need. Do test it. I would recommend doing, if you get a journal, to do a pen test in the back page. I didn't do it on this one, which ended up being fine because I haven't used anything that was really detriment to it. But if you do have a thinner paper, it can just bleed through and be a real mess. So just know that you're prepared, because like thin paper's fine, you just have to be prepared for it. So that is the, oops, sorry, shook anything. That's the end of this video. That's kind of what all the stuff that I use for journaling, not just K-pop journaling, but in general just journaling. But this is the main project that I'm working on and supplies I have for and everything. In the coming videos, I'm gonna be trying really hard to finish this journal out because I'm very close to being done and stuff. And I have made the decision. I have 16 pages left. I've come to the decision, since I'm finding it a bit too difficult to work on this side of the left side of the journal because it's so thick. I'm going to be journaling on a separate piece of paper and then taping it in or gluing it in and stuff. So hopefully that will just be a little bit easier, so that way I can just have it here. Because you can do that too if you don't have a journal on hand and you have just a bunch of random pieces of paper. You can just journal on the paper and keep it. And if you have like a folder or just some special place to put it in, you can just put it in there. So that is all I have for today. That was just supplies and stuff that I use while I journal, and some things you can do. Like the very basics, all you need for journaling is some place to write and a pen. You don't need anything else. Everything else is just fun additions. I'd recommend, if you're wanting to get into like artistically journaling and stuff, or like this type of thing, not so much like even just K-pop journaling, but like just journaling where like majority of the stuff is images and artistic and not so much writing and stuff, because there's of course still writing. I'd say the first, like the steps of priority would be some place to write and a pen are the very first step. If you're doing this physically. If you're doing digitally, that's a whole different thing. You just need digital access of some sort. I would say the next step is images. Even if you have to do black and white images, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You can use those. Well, it doesn't have to be color. But if you can do color, that's great. So I would say step 1 is the basic, the journal and the pen. Step 2 is images. So for that, you would need also some type of adhesive and some scissors. Step 3, I would say, would be some type of marker or colorful supply and stuff. Again, like I said, a rainbow set of something. It could be crayons if you'd like. Crayons kind of transfer though, so, but if you already have those and that's the only thing you have, that's perfectly fine. But just something, if you don't know if you like journaling, don't go out and get the fancy stuff. Just get whatever cheaps around you. The next stage I would say is stickers and washi tape, more the decorative stuff. Because like stickers and washi tape are pretty much purely decorative. The markers and pens and stuff you can use for other stuff. Even if you don't like journaling, you can just use them to write and stuff. But these are kind of like, you pretty much only are decorating with these. There are some things you can use like functionally, like because this is just tape. You can use that. Stickers, they're kind of purely decorative. After that, if you'd like to get more, the next step would be like more into like the fancy stuff that you don't really need, but you might like to use. So that was everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and it gave you some ideas for journaling, or really it was just to show the supplies that I personally use, and I would like to curate my collection more to fit a style and aesthetic I would like to go towards going forward. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!